What's poppin', y'all? These streamers must have thought it was sweet that they could come in and just get free content off of Coachella. Well, it was announced over a month ago, well, close towards the end of March, by Silky and the former FaZe guys that they got full access to stream at Coachella for 2026, both weekends, and they got a house at the festival. And people have been talking about how much these Coachella trips are costing. They're talking about $50K, $100K, depending on how many people, how much more expensive the homes have gotten to rent during Coachella, and they're saying it's the Justin Bieber effect.
Yeah, the first time you see the intro is gonna be the first time you see. I ain't gonna lie, the first time you see the intro is probably gonna be during. Oh yeah, but check that. I let y'all know that I got us a sponsor, to get us an entire crib to go to Coachella and have full access to Coachella this year, and it's gonna be my first ever Coachella. And when I mean by us, I mean by me, Lacey, Ron. Jason, I don't know if Marlon's coming. I'm not sure. He has not responded in the chat mad long. So yeah, the next time y'all see him on stream, tell him to respond in the chat. Hopefully adapt. I invited PBM like that too. So yeah. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be fire.
So a lot of people were excited because they're like, okay, our favorite streamers, they're gonna go interact with celebrities, all that other stuff. Well, what happened was one of the other ex-FaZe members, Lacey, would reveal that plan was shut down.
We came out here. We were supposed to stream at Coachella. Then yesterday, before we were about to go live, we got told by Coachella that they flagged a video of Silky talking about streaming at Coachella. And they said that if any of us stream, they're going to cut our bans. So for all these people saying, oh, y'all have no motion, y'all have no motion. No, dude, it's literally the opposite. They saw clips of us talking about streaming Coachella and basically said, hey, we don't want you guys streaming Coachella. No, it's not Silky's fault at all. It's not L Silky. That's not Silky's fault. We were told we could stream. I said it on stream too. I went live and said that I'm going to be streaming at Coachella because we all thought we were going to be streaming at Coachella. Cap, Tota did. Guys, Tota's not in our group. I don't know. Like, if other people are live at Coachella, I can't control that.
So this was no joke. They hit this guy upside the head. But in the meantime, what seemed to be the case was that Neon was actually, having a good time. And he was able to stream it because he would say this on his stream.
Heart in it, bro. You got an extra backpack. We started hiding in case, but we didn't need to. They didn't even open up the packs. They said, oh, you good. You good. Don't even get checked. Don't even get scanned. You good. So here we are. We're at Coachella. It's the biggest day. One thing we're not gonna do is apparently you can get sued if you show the stage. I'm not gonna show the stage. I'm not showing the stage. So that's not gonna happen. But we're gonna walk around. We're gonna vibe out. I don't know.
So he thought that he could just, hide some of the material that he needed to stream and keep it pushing. But that didn't last for too long because Kick would reach out to Neon and send him a message whilst he was streaming at Coachella.
Hey there, Neon. The content you're currently streaming isn't in line with our DMC. We asked you to stop your live stream. Be aware we need to... I'm not stopping my live stream. You're gonna have to ban me. I don't care, bro. I came to this platform for a reason. That's to give content. What? Oh. Yo, bro, you're gonna have to ban me, bro. I'm gonna be real, bro. I came to this platform for a reason. That's to deliver content. I'm at Coachella. I'm giving the experience. Imagine how many people are having what's the word called? When they don't come to something. Hey, how you doing, brother? Doing well. Nice to meet you, bro. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. God bless. What FOMO? People having FOMO. I'm the person that they can live through for Coachella. I'm showing the trash on the ground. I'm showing everything. But I'm gonna be real with you. All three of our wristbands costed $20,000. So I'm gonna need a reimbursement. Okay, realistically, if we can get one of those, I'd appreciate that. If not, I'm gonna continue the stream. I'm gonna be real. There's content to be made. There's clips to be done. There's, this is my life. This is my life right here. The thing is, DDG isn't at Coachella. He's at a side event. So that's the problem. But on Kick, you're supposed to be able to stream whatever you want. So I just, we stream the Super Bowl in this. Oh, wow. Kick actually texted me, hey, we've received an official DMCA takedown for your current stream by Universal. The only options we are presented to, you have to force end stream or you have to leave Coachella. If you have official permission, please share the details with us. Oh. Chat, I gotta end. They're spamming me.
So as you read there, it was Kick support sending in his chat saying, "Hey Neon, the content you're currently streaming isn't in line with our DMCA policy. Therefore, we kindly ask you to stop your live stream and be aware that we will need to remove the current VOD containing the content." So I replied to this on X and I said, Coachella has a deal with YouTube for exclusive streaming rights to their event. Nobody gives a F how much these guys paid for their tickets. The tickets are for you to watch the event, for you to experience the event, for you to see the show, not live stream it. It's the same thing as trying to live stream an NBA finals or a UFC event. People have rights to that. And then we got some goofy people in my replies talking about, oh, well, you know, like you're allowed to stream at those events. You just got to have the camera on yourself. Yeah. What do you think streaming the event is? And also, this is another thing. We don't really see them walking in with these gigantic cameras. Like, yeah, you can stream yourself maybe with an iPhone, which is trash for streaming, or a Samsung, let's just say, because that has better connection. And it even says here, YouTube and Golden Voice renew exclusive multi-year deal for Coachella live stream. So YouTube, and this was in 2023, and it was through 2026 that they would have the rights to stream everything. So you can just watch Coachella on YouTube. So YouTube paid for the rights to the company to be able to live stream it, because how does Coachella make money? Coachella makes money by selling these tickets, by selling to vendors that are also selling their items at Coachella. So they sell all those booths, by the sponsors, and by the rights. So the rights to the performances. So that's a piece of the bread. You are just coming in there and you're trying to eat off of it. And some people try to come and say, yo, well, DDG was allowed to stream. And this is a little bit nuanced. So DDG, he did stream where he was a performer at Bia's show. And when DDG came in, he said he was recording. And I don't think he had a big setup. So this is a different thing. You're allowed to record, but to live stream is something else. On top of that, even when Neon first came in there, he knew that, yo, I can't be streaming the stage or else I'm going to get sued. So he was already confirming what I said was correct. And then there was this funny interaction between Lacey and another streamer by the name of Braden.
Every person Braden has run into yesterday, he said that Rampage Jackson had 20K viewers on Kick and was streaming Coachella.
Bro, how are these other people streaming Coachella? And Lacey can't.
Because they flagged me. They flagged me. You know, they said they...
Wait, why can't you, the biggest streamer on Twitch right now, can't stream Coachella?
That's the reason right there.
Oh, because mosh pits?
No, bro, they don't...
See, this is the thing that these guys don't understand. He's like, yeah, you're Lacey. You're the biggest. Like, how are you not allowed to stream? That's exactly why he's not allowed to stream. Do you think if Netflix came in there and they're the biggest, right? They're allowed to stream? Absolutely not. The bigger you are, the more you're taking away, potentially, from the event. And the more money you have, they're going to be like, yo, you got to pay up, get some rights, either get some media privileges, figure some type of a situation out, because we're not going to let this fly. Like, you got to pay up. If you're, let's say you're me, right? And you're just a random concert goer at Coachella and I'm on my Instagram live on my phone. Do you think they're going to give a damn? No, it's me and my 3 viewers. Nobody cares. So yeah, they can even live stream the stage, but nobody's going to see it. So it's like small fry. They're not coming after the small fry. Same thing with like copyrighted stuff in terms of like t-shirts. Like, let's say you're printing Disney stuff. Dude, if you're printing Disney stuff, nobody even knows at your crib. Now, let's say you're printing Disney stuff and you're selling it locally. Okay, nobody really knows. Let's say you're printing Disney stuff and you're selling it online without a license. People might not know. You get big enough, okay, Disney's slapping you upside the head. You just got to come across their radar. And Neon, DDG, these other people, they're on the radar. DDG just finessed it a little bit better than Lacey, because these guys, they were trying to do the right thing, which is the problem. They're trying to do the right thing and say like, yo, let's make sure that we have all this done ahead of time. And it's their team whose responsibility it is to handle this. And they just, I guess, they fumbled it. I guess there was some miscommunication along the way. Aiden Ross gave his own take, disagreeing about why they are not allowed to stream.
Do you know why Coachella didn't let streamers stream? You want the honest truth, or do you guys want me to lie to you? Do you want to know why Coachella didn't let... Obviously, it's because you guys can think of the craziest celebrities. I'm talking top of the line celebrities. They're all doing psychedelics and getting fucked up, and they're all getting fucked up drunk and tripping off Molly. So that's why. It's not because of a YouTube deal. No. I'm watch partying this right now.
I don't think this is why. Like, yeah, he's got a point, but these people aren't doing full-blown drugs. They're not injecting themselves in the middle of the ground, right? Where everybody else is seeing. Yeah, they're doing their drugs, but they're probably doing them at the after parties. I don't think that's the reason. I genuinely think it was because of the copyright and the licensing and the fact that these guys are huge streamers. Like, this is a commercial crew that they come in with. Neon comes in with 2 giant security guards, a guy with a huge DSLR setup and like wires coming across, a potential light pointed at him, and he's looking at his phone, and he's probably got an entourage and other people coming around or fans coming up to him. Yeah, you're coming in there with a full-on production. Like, there are most places where even if you have a camera that big, you're not even let into, like a museum or something like that. But you could live stream the museum and nobody would know if you've just got your phone out, because it's a little bit more inconspicuous. Like, they don't know if you are just recording, they don't know if you're taking photos, and it's not commercial photography or commercial videography, which is what these guys are doing. Let's make no mistake about that. This isn't just people recording there, and that's another thing that has to be taken into consideration when it comes to fans that show up there. Like, yeah, if you're doing commercial photography, you need a different type of license, and you probably need to pay to get in there. Like, these guys, when they're streaming, they are making money on the stream. They are probably throwing up sponsors or whoever else. Some of them have sponsors, some of them don't, but their production company is on the bottom right. So they're using this event for commercial reasons, and in the agreement on the tickets or the wristbands that they buy, it probably tells them the same exact thing. And it's like, hey, look, you're not allowed to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc. However, Neon must have finessed it somehow, because he would confirm later on that day when he was getting his session in the evening, live streaming, that he made sure everything was handled and he would be allowed to stream the second day of Coachella.
I got good news. Wait, first, switch my category. I got good news, chat. Tomorrow, I got full access. Kit told me that we're good. I'm going to go back to Coachella and stream tomorrow. Okay? With the big camera, they're going to let me do whatever I want to do. They're not going to shut my down. I'm going to stream the whole day at Coachella tomorrow. So, yeah, that's going to be sick.
So yeah, I think he just had to get some sort of a media pass, media license that allowed him to stream it, but not show the stage. Now, some people will say, like, yo, how come people are streaming at Rolling Loud, right? Like, people have streamed the stage, the performances, etc. at Rolling Loud. Well, Rolling Loud, I believe they have a deal with Twitch, not YouTube. But I think Rolling Loud actually doesn't have an exclusive deal, because they stream themselves to YouTube and sometimes they stream themselves to Twitch. But Rolling Loud is also more familiar with streaming culture and who all of these guys are, and invite them frequently to show up to these events too. So they're a little bit more lax with that. However, if you're not a poppin' streamer and you're streaming at Rolling Loud, I don't know if it's the same, you'll get the same treatment as the more popular ones, but I think that's just a better explainer. Like, Lollapalooza is not a Rolling Loud, and I think Lollapalooza would have something similar happen that Coachella's dealing with right now. And we're only going to see this rise. Like, for instance, like that guy Lacey, he was trying to pull up to the NCAA games, and they were telling him, like, yo, you could stream in the beginning, and then after that they were like, nah, you're not allowed to stream. And he was just like, dude, F this. And I do feel for streamers in this scenario, because they tried to do everything right. They tried to get permission ahead of time, they told them they could, they buy the tickets, they show up, and then they're telling them that they can't. Like, I know people just want to hate on streamers, but you try to do everything correctly, and then you get screwed over in the end. And this is some sort of this is like a management, the people that handle things behind the scenes issue. It's their fault. But these events, it's not like it once was. As streaming becomes more popular and these clips are proliferating throughout the internet, the people running these events see them. It's not a niche thing anymore. And they're like, wait, hold on. How do we get our money? It's kind of like back in the day with YouTube. YouTube, they used to create like AMVs, which were like music videos, fan-made music videos for video games and stuff like that. And they would use music. And it was allowed for a long time, for like maybe 2 years, until YouTube got popular enough to where the record labels were like, yo, what the hell? There are ads being run on this site and people are making money, or you, the company, are making money, and they're using our music that we own. Okay, they shut it down, and then they had to come to a deal and agreement and pay a ton of money. So that's just what's happening with streaming right now. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.